Technical difficulty.
I made the incredibly difficult decision to end my 7-year relationship with someone who is a great person and who I have nothing but great things to say, but I just knew we were not aligned to last long term. And the realization that I knew we needed to end things, that in and of itself was probably one of the hardest things I've ever experienced in my entire life, let alone the actual conversations.
I'll pause it there.
Okay.
Thoughts, and I'm gonna let obviously ladies first. I'll let George cook. Based on what you've
so
heard,
far?
yes. Based on what you've heard so far, she has left her relationship. Essentially, they weren't actually wrong. Like they weren't actually much.
There's nothing wrong, yeah.
Wrong, but she just thought it's a no from me, dog. So, what do you think?
I think she got the right to do that. I think anyone in a relationship has the right, at some point, if it's not working out, to just be like, you know what, it's time to call it a day.
But the caveat is she said that there actually wasn't, like, it wasn't that it necessarily wasn't working out, it just wasn't working
She might have felt
the best.
Or no, it might not have. She just might not have been happy anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that the guy's a bad guy. It just means that...
No, he's not.
It's not exactly. It just means that as
the
it stands... Yeah, he's not the guy for her anymore. I think people see stuff like that.
He man smirk.
I think people see stuff like that and they forget that people grow. And it's the same with romantic relationships and friendships. Mm-hmm. The same way that you can outgrow a friendship, you can outgrow a relationship. Yeah. And true. I'm assuming, I haven't seen the whole clip as of yet, but that could be a big factor in it. Mm-hmm. And he's just not the guy for her. I think some people are there for a lifetime to the end of the book. Some people are just there for chapters.
All right. Put your chef hat down. Put your utensils down. Let other people cook. Right here now. All right. Go on, man.
Nah,
Jimmy.
I heard what. That's funny still. That might be my new name,
Jimmy.
But yeah, from the little bit that I've seen so far, what I got from that is good guys just always finish last, basically. Because you can do everything right and it's still not enough for the other person. Because that's, like I said, from what I've just seen so far, that's what it's given, basically. Oh, he was a good guy. There's nothing wrong with him. It's just
not the guy.
But does that mean she's going to go on to a bad guy then?
Well, pause your thoughts there. I'll play a little bit more. There's also...
But what's your opinion? Oh, no, but you've seen the whole clip, haven't you?
No, I actually haven't. I don't think I've watched this.
So based on what you've seen thus far, what's your view?
I think it's insane to me how confident a lot of women are to put their relationships in the bin because they believe that they could do better. Obviously, I understand.
Is that what you got from that?
Well, that's why she's leaving, because obviously she thinks she can do better. She's not going to leave. But she's not going to leave to do worse, though, is she?
But that's not what she said.
But she's not going to leave to do worse, though, is she?
She's left because she's not happy in the situation. He's just not the right guy. That doesn't mean that...
So she's going to try and find a...
She's going to try to find a better fit for her.
Yeah.
It's not shitting on the guy per se, but just the way that you're saying it is like...
Well, that might be how you interpret it.
He's dashing her in the... She's dashing him in the bin. Like.
Well, she's not necessarily dashing him, but she's dashing the relationship which she's in with him. So... I'm just speaking, and by the way, usually when I take these stances, I always think about in the future, like if I have a daughter, what advice would I give to her if she was the same type of woman? I understand women wanting to get a better person or believing they could do better, because there's a part of us that all thinks that. But there is also a part of kind of understanding real life, where you are in your life, how old you are, what you got going on, and kind of taking a minute and being, do you know what? Actually, let me not count my chickens before they hatch, because you might go back out on the market and there ain't nobody there for you, bruv. Especially if you've got certain lofty standards, you know what I'm saying? That's what I took from it personally. But there is a second part to play.
Okay, let me see the second
cooking
part.
it. Yeah, was you going to say something?
No, I said let's hear it, innit?
Alright, cool. Oops.
The actual breakup conversation, like that, was excruciating. I went through this experience. There were very few people in my life who had gone through a breakup similar to this one, where the person that they're with is a really good person. These are 5 things that I wish I knew before ending that relationship in hopes that this will help one of you who's in the same spot. Number 1, even though I was the one who ended things and I grieved a lot of the relationship while I was still in the relationship, the actual process was not at all without pain. For the first, I want to say at least a week,
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go through each one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys ever broken up with anyone
No.
before?
I've only been in one relationship.
It's me.
Yeah.
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 Did you feel hurt by it? Like,
100%.
okay.
100%.
Cool. No, I just wanted to
That was
know. Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Brother, I thought you was gonna
But it
expand
wasn't.
it.
No, 'cause I felt
it wasn't like I was hurt from the breakup. I was more hurt by what they done,
Right, so you wasn't actually upset about calling things off.
and it was more of a thing like, nah. If I don't end it right now, I'm a dickhead.
Oh, so it was more about protecting yourself rather than...
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think there's a misconception that because someone is the breaker-upper, that they're not actually upset that they have to end this relationship.
I understand what you're saying.
And I think two things could be true at the same time. Like, you
Yeah.
can be upset, but also you're doing it for yourself.
I think it's 60-40. Like 60%, they don't really care. Like they're not really upset, and then the 40% they're actually upset still.
Okay, yeah.
I
don't know
I think
I feel like most people don't really break up until that they're fully
done.
done with the situation. Like, and now there's no feelings there anymore. So
Yeah.
they just leave.
well, there's different ways, isn't it? Some people self-sabotage.
Yeah.
I would say that man them do that more so than girls. And I also would say that, and I've discussed this before, that as a guy, you can't really just wake up one day and just be, oh, I'm over this and just cut. Like, society-wise, people are going to be a bit like, raw, like, oh, you just want to play the field, you just want to do red,
Yeah.
As a lady, like, you kind of just genuinely you got the green light. Like, if you wake up, as you said, you just don't feel happy. These times, happiness is fleeting. You know what I'm saying? That's not just... you're not always going to be happy. There's going to be times where it's a good 2-3 months and times are just hard and you ain't going to be happy.
I agree with that point.
But that's what a lot of these ladies are saying is the core reason why they want to leave. Because they're not happy. Do you get what I mean?
I think that's why a lot of relationships don't last long term.
Are you basically trying to say that the girls are just basically having these fairy tale mindset of everything needs to be perfect, everything needs to be happy, and
Well, yeah, because I believe that a lot of women don't remember that, as I just said, it's not always going to be happy. No. And in fact, I also would say that sometimes they forget that a man sacrifices his happiness for everyone else's happiness. That even if a man is burnt out or tired or whatever the case is, as long as the family's good, the missus has got food, the kids have got food, the house and the bills and stuff are paid and they got their money and that, they don't mind going out without sleep. And they don't mind not seeing the man them and that. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
a good man,
They
though.
obviously, I'm talking assuming that women want good men
That's a
and
good
they don't want the crap men. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I think.
I agree. I think
Still a little hard to play, but I'll let you cook.
I think that a lot of the time, and this is both men and women, I think the reason why relationships don't last as long as they may used to is because people get stuck in that honeymoons, that fairy tale phase. And one, there's social media, so people are always posting like, oh, my man done this, my girl done this for me, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Comparison is the thief of joy, don't compare. I think people struggle to see the little blessings that they already have, like within their relationship. Like, every relationship is going to be different, but people are chasing the next best high. And a lot of the time, I mean, we've been together nearly 10 years this year. Majority of the time, our relationship is great. Thank you. A majority of the time, our relationship is great. Like, we wouldn't still be together happy 10 years later if that wasn't the case. But there are times where it is mundane and it is boring. Like, we're getting... No, but you know what I mean? Like, we're getting up, we're going to work.
Yeah, word.
We might not see each other that much.
Yeah,
I'm
word.
cooking food. Cam can take it to work. I've got things going on. His shifts, we might miss each other. Like,
I'm waking up, George's gone.
yeah, he's waking up. I'm going out. Like, there's lots of times where we're not necessarily bonding per se, and it's not happy. It is happy, but it's not exciting. It's just day to day, mundane, and I think people forget that that's a big part of the relationship
I feel
as well.
Most of it.
Stuff like that is what man's grown up on as well. So it's like,
You mean from our culture and stuff?
and I feel like that, to me, that's normal.
Yeah.
But people,
To us, yeah.
people, and another thing is that's what I feel like people don't want to, not say struggle together, but kind of go through a suffering period together. Like,
They don't want to build.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
maybe suffering is the wrong word to use, but like,
I'd
there
say
are-
build. We'll say build.
But like, there's going to be times where
They want a finished product already.
yeah, and not everyone is a finished product, bro.
I would say this.
Majority of us aren't.
I would say
We're
this
all
about
work in
both of
progress.
what you lot said, yeah. I would say George was right. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
However, competition is real. And don't forget to compete. Men and women, don't forget to compete. Don't slack. Don't just...
Yeah, that doesn't
don't
mean you
get
can sit back and do
comfortable.
nothing.
Don't,
Like,
do you know what I'm saying?
relationships do
Yeah.
take work.
Yeah.
They do.
I'll let you
That's
cook
a-
and then I'll play the
I feel
second.
like that's a no-brainer though, man. Because
Oh.
it's what is it that I was going to say again? But like, people don't always, like, you don't always have to compare like to everything. Like,
Yeah.
the words that I want, I can't find the word that I'm looking for.
The fruit.
And you doing that makes people worse, bro. I swear down.
But
Yeah,
no, I
no,
understand
but
what
like-
you're saying.
Yeah, you just don't always have to compare. Like, comparing sometimes is calm, but like when you're comparing literally every little thing, that's when it becomes a problem. Is basically what I was doing.
I think there's a thin line between comparison and envy. And sometimes, like, I will see things and I'm like, oh, that would be nice. I send it to Cam. I send it quite lightheartedly because I'm like, oh, you know, a bit subconscious.
George's
Work
doing a
on it.
crossover, takes a shot.
Sometimes
spin
it
on the
hits.
rim. Spin
Yeah,
on the rim.
sometimes
Sometimes
it's score. I score.
Now, if
Sometimes
United win, swish, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah,
what do you want?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think sometimes people are
Music might bounce
envious,
off the rim.
and then they look at their partner and they're like, "Well, why aren't you doing this for me?" And it's like, well, actually, maybe your situation is financially might be a lot different, but also you don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Social media is literally the place where people show the best of themselves.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. And you're seeing the best of that relationship at that time. You don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You and your partner could just get a nice takeaway and enjoy it at home and have the best relationship ever. But then there's other couples who are showing balloons and holidays and this and that. But then it's actually a bunch of shit behind closed doors. Like, and you're only looking at a snippet of a relationship.
Iceberg effect.
Yes.
Let me play this next bit and then I'll switch it over. Good stuff though, guys. You guys are doing up, chefs though.
No.
And they love
Beginning
us.
of this year, I made the incredibly
Turn it, please. When you're done.
beginning of this year, I made the incredibly difficult decision to end my 7-year relationship with someone who is a great person and who I have nothing but great things to say, but I just knew we were not aligned to last long term. And the realization that I knew we needed to end things, that in and of itself was probably one of the hardest things I've ever experienced in my entire life, let alone the actual conversations leading up to the breakup and the actual breakup conversation. Like, that was excruciating. I went through this experience. There were very few people in my life who had gone through a breakup similar to this one, where the person that they're with is a really good person. These are 5.
I don't even want to listen to anymore.
You done hear the 5?
Alright.
We listened to the first.
That bit, I think
We
I was
already heard
thinking-
that bit.
we heard that bit. Right?
Oh, did they play it back?
Things that I wish
Oh.
We have to hear the 5. We heard the first.
Even though I was the one who ended things, and I grieved a lot of the relationship while I was still in the relationship, the actual process was not at all without pain. For the first, I want to say at least a week, I was barely sleeping, barely eating, and every single time I would go to sleep or wake up, I would cry. Guilt that came with ending a relationship with someone who is such a good person really is what ate at me, and honestly continues to eat at me from time to time. Number two, I knew and I know that I made the right decision.
Wait, sorry, pause
and
that right there.
So she's basically regretting the decision that she made.
No, she's not regretting it.
Oh.
She.
Because she's. What,
I was backing you, girl.
Did she not say that for after she made the decision to end it for like a week or so? Was she not crying? Waking up crying? Yeah, read
Yeah,
it.
she said she was crying.
So
really is what ate at me, and honestly continues to eat at me from time to time. Number two, I knew and I know that I made the right decision, and despite being really sad, I also felt a lot lighter because the weight that I was carrying from the analysis paralysis being in that relationship was gone. That said, there's still times where I miss parts of myself and parts of that relationship, and that is very normal. That doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. Number three, I had to be...
Sorry, I can't even continue to listen to her, bro, because...
she sounds confused.
Huh?
She sounds confused.
But this is what I mean, though, that, like, it's a fleeting feeling. So now you've made your decision, you dipped out, whatever, you lot are separated, and then you're just stewing thinking, rah, like, maybe it was the wrong thing.
No, but
that
you
I
know
should've-"
what?
Which is obviously... Sorry.
It still eats at me.
Yeah, like...
That bit there makes me feel like she regrets the decision.
What
that she
annoyed
made.
me...
I think her wording isn't great.
What annoyed me about what she said is she said she felt lighter. And I'm going, yeah, well, obviously, if you don't have the responsibility of your relationship no more and any of the duties that you had to do within that relationship, then you are going to feel lighter because you don't have any of these
But it might be
burdens.
the mental strain of having to... of staying in a relationship that she wasn't happy with. Have you guys ever had that experience where you literally feel like...
for me, dog.
You literally feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulder?
What, just in life in general?
Like...
Yeah.
That's happened to me in a relationship setting, and it was
I've had that
freeing.
feeling in a relationship, but in general, yeah, I've had that feeling of a weight lifted.
It's so freeing. It is freeing. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think her wording, I think she's trying to, how can I say this? She's trying to, not victimize, but I think she's just saying a lot. I think she should have just moved on to the next point. She's saying a lot and kind of making her seem like she's the victim of the breakup, when I imagine the guy she broke up with is feeling a lot worse than her. Because she, by the sounds of it, kind of knew it was coming. She was the one that initiated it.
To me, she can't ever make herself feel like the victim of the relationship from the first few sentences that she said of the video. Like her mentioning that he was a good guy, this and that. But even for me, it X's out you ever being a victim. And all now, she still hasn't really explained why she's broken up with him.
It is literally...
I still don't know.
Because she just didn't feel happy long enough to be
And
like...
They were together for how long?
7 years.
7 years.
Almost a decade. Anyway...
But you know...
Go on, I'll let you have the last...
7 years, yeah.
That's
if
the
a couple can't make it after 7 years, it's never gonna happen. 7 years, there's something about 7 years where it's like, once you get to 7 years, I feel like every couple goes through a tough spot, yeah? And if they can make it through that, they're in it for the long haul. But a lot of couples don't make it past 7 years for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I think that 7 years is a long enough time period for
You'll have to look into it.
a lot of seasons to be had. And whether that means you've had a couple of kids, or you've got married, or you're trying to get married, or you're trying to transition jobs, or whatever it is, 7 years is a good chunk of time to go through a lot of shit, people passing in your family. How does that person respond to that, et cetera, et cetera? And I would think that, and to be honest, the one thing I'll give her credit for is this. If she evaluated everything after 7 years and said, you know what, actually, this ain't for me, regardless of how good it is, this relationship's at a 70%, I could get an 80 and a 90, then more power to her, innit? But I just think it's going to be very unlikely.
It's actually a thing. It's called the 7 year curse. where like. So I was trying to figure out the name, but
crazy.
it's 7-year curse.
Don't curse me.
Like if you can get past 7 years, a lot of the time couples make it long term, but for a lot of reasons, whether it be the novelty wears off or life stresses, etc., etc. Yeah, when it gets to 7 years, it's like shit.
All right.
I don't know if I really want to be here right now.
Facts. All right, let me switch it. Let's do this then. This is a case